entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gab-fed show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. You have been trained into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you never stood here. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.com.
And do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Welcome to Man Talk 133 with Charles and Darl, the movement dedicated to empowering men, uniting brothers, and building a strong coalition. This is more than just a conversation. It's a call to action. Join us as we uplift, support, and inspire men worldwide. Because together, we don't just talk, we lead, we grow, and we conquer. Are you ready to be part of the coalition? Let's dive in.
Welcome to Man Talk 133 with Shaw and Daryl. Welcome everybody into the show tonight. Hope y'all had a good week, having a good day, gonna have a good weekend, Easter weekend. Hope y'all enjoy it. Easter egg hunt, whatever y'all gonna do, going to church with the pretty suit and dresses on. Whatever y'all do, enjoy. Hey, check us out on all our platforms, Instagram, Man Talk 133, Facebook, Us Talking, iHeartRadio, Spotify, mantalk133.com. All the places y'all check us out. Y'all type in the name behind Man Talk 133, and y'all will most definitely find us. I'm holding it down tonight by myself. Daryl is on vacation, enjoying himself somewhere on the ocean somewhere, enjoying himself. So tonight, we're going to talk about the value of women, the value of women. So let's ask the real question. Let me ask you something. What happens when society forgets the value of its women? What happens? Not just disrespects them, but undervalues them, overlooks them, replaces their roles with convenience. What happens? So tonight's conversation is not just about women. It's about what happens to the world without them being honored. What do y'all think some things happen? What's some things y'all think happen? One, broken homes. Women hold the homes down. They really do hold the homes down. Lost identity. You have a lost identity, and generational confusion. So we're going to jump into some stuff tonight that's going to really, because I think that I really do think that we have, as a society and in general, have took women for granted. We have taken them and devalued them to the place where they're kind of like, we look at them as some people look at them as lower or less than, right? But they're actually supposed to be equal to. I know the Bible says, they're there to help me as God, the man and the woman. But the woman is like the anchor. She's like the anchor in the house, the anchor in jobs. If you go in some places, this is real talk. If you go in some places and a woman is running it, you can tell a woman is running it because it's organized, it's clean. I mean, a lot of things that some men, they don't pay attention to detail to. So, all right, so let's jump into this. women are not just supporters, they are multipliers. Now think about this. I think in my research, it's somewhere down in my research. Now think about this. Without a woman, how could you have anybody else? In every human being comes through a woman, so that makes them multipliers, right? Women don't just carry life; she shapes it. You think about when, back in the day, or even now, when you have when somebody say something about their mama, how their mama used to do them, how their mom shaped them into things where they didn't basically scare them into like, hey, not being in the streets, not doing XYZ, right? It's certain things the mom shaped them into, right? Emotional intelligence, nurturing, and stability. A mom, it ain't nothing like your mom's, love and encouragement, the way she talks to you, the way she, you can't really, I know you're married, you and your wife, me and my wife have a different kind of communication. She can nurture the boys in a way that I can't. My mom nurtured me in a way that my dad couldn't. So it's kind of like that nurturing and the emotional intelligence, having you be able to tap into your emotional side without being a punk. If you fall and hurt yourself, you run to your mama, she gonna rub up on you, make you feel good. Daddy, boy, get your tail up and keep on moving. Don't come over with all that crying. So the mom is like the nurturing side. A strong woman can take chaos and turn it into structure. I just talked about that when you go into buildings, you can tell when it's ran by a woman. It's just something different. They have this touch that we overlook. I know, some people, they they talk about women, in ways like being a nagging baby mama, or whatever the case may be, a nagging wife, and all this stuff that's not true, because what they're doing is devaluing the woman and making the woman look like this instead of like this. Devaluing the woman, taking the value of it out of her and making her look like something that she's really not. So a wise woman can take pain and turn it into purpose. If you fail, you can go to your mom or your wife and you can go to them, hey, this didn't work out, and they were like, well, hey, baby, don't worry about it. Get yourself back up. We'll go do it again. We'll go do this thing again. You and I together, or your mom will tell you, hey, you got this. It's in you. I see greatness in you. You can do it. It was wild. I was thinking while when I was preparing this show, right? What type of example? What's the first example of a woman that I saw? And the first example of a woman that I saw was my mom, right? Mom held it down, love mom. I mean, she held it down, single mom, 3 boys, 3 hard-headed little boys, going to work, taking care of us, just supplying, supporting, and leading us the right way while working second shift. And her impact was so impactful that by her being on second shift, we still didn't get into the trouble like some of the other kids. You know how they kids, my mom work second, third shift, they get in trouble. Her impact, she was so impactful that we didn't get in trouble. I mean, we did boy things, like drinking and all this stuff like that, but we never got involved with gangs. We never got involved with none of that. So my mom was the first real example I saw of a real woman that really knew how to hold it down, cooked every day that she could, did the grocery shopping, didn't took care of us. I mean, just did this whole thing by herself. Shout out to you, Mom. Love you. Really do love you. And I married a woman that's doing the same thing, taking care of the boys, the house, working, school, all of that, so I've been blessed. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been blessed, you know what I mean? To have, great women around me. So what makes a woman valuable beyond appearance? Not just that she look good, but she also has value in her, whether she look good to you or somebody else or not, but she still has this value. So let's jump right into this. This is why they're valuable. Number one, women are the gateway of life. I told you when I did my research, I saw that in there. And women are the gateway to life. A woman is the only human being created with the ability to carry, nurture, and deliver life. Only one. That can't no man have no child. No matter what they try to tell you, they ain't did. It's only the woman that can do that. This is not just biology. That's power and responsibility. She doesn't just give birth to a child. She carries the next generation of future leaders and legacy. Like, I often thought about it like this. Like, I don't know why people do it. I know they have their own reasons, and I'm not knocking why people do what they do. But when people have abortions and stuff like that, it's kind of they're aborting what could be the next president, the next pastor, the next leader, the next CEO, the next whatever. They're aborting that instead of just sticking it through. Now everybody there's different reasons why people abort children. So don't get me wrong and say that, hey, you should carry a child, whatever. That's not my responsibility. That's not my thing. That's not the point that I'm making. I'm just saying a woman carries the next generation, future leaders, and legacy. That's what she does. Without a woman, there's no continuation of humanity. Without her, life basically stopped. Think about that. Now we got the nerve to devalue them because of their emotional side of the way they do things sometimes, but we have the nerve to devalue them. But without them, we wouldn't be here. So I want people to, kind of think about that. Like we do sometimes devalue the women, and some guys, they devalue them down to a baby mama. That's what you are. You this, you're that. But let all the women know you're valuable. You have value. Don't let nobody take your value away from you. You have it. You possess it until you give it to them. So don't give it to them. Every person walking this earth came through a woman. Every person that's walking this earth came through a woman. Think about that. How valuable is that? They didn't come through a man. I mean, maybe he was like I hate to say it like this, maybe a sperm donor or whatever. But at the same time, if he's not handling responsibility, that's exactly what he was. The woman carries the child. And then if sometimes they get stuck with the child and they have to raise this child. So it's value in that. Now, we ain't talking about the men, and I know some single family, single dads out there too. I know that, but still, the child still had to come through a woman, no matter what. Women shape identity and emotional foundation. So before a child understands the world, they understand their mother. A woman's voice become a child's inner voice. When they get ready to do something crazy, they heard their mom say, if you do that, I'm going to tear you up. They'll stop right on a dime. I'm not going to get into that. They'll leave that alone. Yeah, now I told you not to go down there and mess with them boys, didn't I? Didn't I tell you that? And you heard it in the back of your voice because you know that if you get caught down there, she's going to tear you up, your little honey up. So that voice is in there. Her love becomes the blueprint for relationships. Some guys look for women like their mom. You know what I mean? So, hey, look, we're right up against the break. This song is for the soldiers out there. This is y'all's song. Hey, be right back after the break, y'all.
It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's them handwritten letters from home. It's them sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Hey. From the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop, and his 18th birthday was the day he was born. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's the line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, stand on the front line. Family is proud but torn, but if you knew him you would understand. He was raised on how to be brave, just to see the flag still wave, and then he came home with only one hand. 'Cause Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down here to lie. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to Man Talk 133 with Charles and Daryl. Don't forget, check out all our platforms. Y'all know what they are. Check us out. Tap in with us. So tonight we're talking about the value of women. I went through some stuff earlier. So before the break, we was at her love becomes the blueprint for relationships. Some guys, because they love their mom so much, and they respect their mom so much, and they like their mom's hustle and drive so much, they go find a woman just like her or similar to her. That's what they do. They go find somebody just like their mom so they can have somebody like their mom to be able to take care of them, babyify when they get sick, and let me stop playing with y'all. No, make it rub on their back when they get sick and get them the noodle soup and all that. They go look for somebody just like their mom. That's what they do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Handle your business. Handle your business. Her presence builds security or insecurity. All right, now that security part, when she's around, you feel secure. You feel real secure with your mama. I ain't about gonna mess with my mama here. You play if you want to. I know mama gonna take off on you. She ain't playing around. You can play if you want to. Mama is not gonna play. And the insecurity part is, some moms, they love on their kids so much that when they around their friends, they don't want you to call them the little nicknames. You call them the poo-poo, whatever y'all call them. And that builds like a little insecurity when they're around their friends. Not that they don't love you. And then like that's just like, Mom, don't around the homeboys. Don't call me that name around the homeboys. You're making me look weak. So don't do that. You know what I'm saying? The first version of love most people experience comes from a woman, which is their mom. Most of the time, the nurturing side that men get and women, it comes from their mom. You think about it. When the baby's born, first thing they do is set him in their mom's arms so they can hug him and kiss on him and all that, and so you can build that bond or whatever it is they build. That's the nurturing side of it. The first expression of love comes from that. You know what I'm saying? So a strong, nurturing woman can raise a confident leader. If she's strong and nurturing and she's instructing you the right way to do things. For example, I said it a little bit earlier. I said a little bit about it earlier. If you fall or fail at something, she'll be the one right there, your biggest cheerleader, like cheering you on. Hey, you got it. You know what? Just look, whatever you did the last time, just don't scrap that. Just scrap that. That didn't work. We're going to redo this thing so you can really, really be successful at what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do. They even invest money in your stuff. You know what I mean? What you're trying to do, they invest money in it to try to help you out. A broken or absent influence can create emotional gaps that last a lifetime. If the mom is not in the house, and I know I heard a lot of men say, well, yeah, I'm a single dad. Not a lot. I've heard some men say they're single dads, which is good. I'm glad you got your child and you're doing what you need to do. But that mom, her value with inputting stuff into that child's life is really, really needed. So unless they, like strung out on drugs or something like that, it is not just trustworthy and stuff like that. I get it. Now that part I do get. They've been abusive to the child when they was younger. I get it. That I understand. But if it you just was making more money and you end up getting custody of the child, let the woman, if she's responsible enough, be a part of that child's life. It could cause create emotional gaps that could last a long time. Why my mom ain't want me? You know what I'm saying? What happened with her? And all the thoughts that they be thinking. So, all right. Next, the woman build and sustain the home. A house is physical. Home is emotional, and a woman can bring life into it. All right. Think about this. If you have a house with just the dad in it, sometimes it's out of order. They let the kids do what they want to do. Hey, you know what? Hey, I don't care. I want to go to my friend's house, stay all weekend. I don't care as long as you ain't in my house. Get on down the road. I don't care. The mom ain't going for it. She gonna do investigative research. She gonna check out the parents, gonna scope out the house. She gonna talk to the parents. She gonna, let you go there, stay a half a day, and then come back and get you until she feels like you're comfortable. Till she feels comfortable about you being over there. That's what a woman brings. She brings that into it. The Bible says that in Proverbs 14:1, a wise woman builds her house. That's wise for her to do the investigative research. Do what you gotta do, and don't send your kids into anybody's house. Don't do it. Do not do it. That doesn't mean she's cooking and cleaning. It means she sets the emotional atmosphere, whether it be good or whether it be bad. Whether, hey, they run in the house, hey, mama, run, hug, got to see their mama and stuff like that. I do that. I love seeing my mama. So yeah, I do. Mom set the tone way back in the day. The emotional side of it, was a part that we she set the tone on that, because it was us. It was the three boys and her. So she set that emotional side. Creating peace or chaos. Now, she can create chaos too. Chaos can definitely be a part of the house. If she comes in and she may be in the way. She may have had a bad day at work, or she may have had a bad day with the baby daddy, fussing with him about trying to get him to buy school clothes, or whatever the case is. She can bring that in. But the thing about a mom is a good mom, she'll bring peace right back to it. Bam, quick. Hey, my bad, y'all. I was tripping. I had a rough day, so I apologize. And if you ain't doing that, you need to start doing that when you come in and cause chaos in the house for your kids. Stop doing that. Holding things together when life falls apart. So, when you are, like, for example, without me telling too much, I know when we were single, my mom just had us three boys. We had some tough times, but mom found a way to hold it together. She figured it out, how to hold it together with three growing boys, right? She figured it out. And the sacrifices that she made that were you can't really put into words the sacrifices that she made to make things better for us. And I'm pretty sure, I can't say for certain, but I'm pretty sure she sacrificed some things for us. It's probably things that she wanted to do in her life that she put on hold because she had three boys and she couldn't do it. I'm pretty sure. I haven't had this conversation, but I'm pretty sure that she did. So that's what I'm saying. That's the value. You put yourself, you put people before you. You put your kids before you, because you already know that, hey, I'm their support. The dad, he in and out. I'm the one that's going to be able to have to handle everything. So she holds things together when it look like it's falling apart. When it look like you don't have nothing to eat in the house, mom figured out for you to have something to eat in the house, right? So that's the value of a woman. A man can build a house, but a woman gives it meaning, warmth, and stability. That's a fact. A man can make plenty of money, make all the money he wants, but that woman, a really good woman with value, will bring stability and meaning and warmth and all this stuff to the house, because that's what she does. That's what a woman does. All right. So before we go to break, we're gonna hop into this one. Women are multipliers. I said this before. Women are multipliers. Whatever you give a woman, she multiplies it. No matter what it is, she knows how to take something out of nothing and make something out of it. Give her love, she gives back nurturing and loyalty to her kids. Give her chaos, she produces stress and disorder. Give her a vision, she helps build legacy. So whatever you give a woman, she's gonna multiply. So I would suggest to all the husbands and the sons and the brothers and the whatever you got, I would say that you should give her love so she can give back. She gives back the nurturing and the loyalty to you. That's what I would suggest. Women don't just receive, they expand. They take whatever little bit they got and they make it stretch. Like back in the day, I think, you get food stamps. That last, you get them once a month. And it take a woman to take that and stretch that through the whole month without giving out, or know how to buy the food and make it last through the whole month. I ain't saying men can't, but we ain't talking about men tonight. We talking about the value of women. And we'll be right back after the break. This is y'all's song, women.
Signed up to fight for freedom. What a price you had to pay. Picture in her helmet, missing family every day. Your Lady Liberty, dressed like G.I. Jane. Some scars we'll never see. She will never be the same. She's a mother, she's a daughter. She's a sister and a friend. Standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. On that old dusty base with the meadows that shine, she's been to hell and back for the stars and the stripes. Your Lady Liberty, dressed like G.I. Jane, and some scars we'll never see, and she will never be the same. She's a mother, she's a daughter, she's a sister and a friend, standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. Yeah, yes. For the ones that didn't make it, we will pause and then we cry. We can still see their smile in every sunrise. She's a mother, she's a daughter, she's a sister and a friend, standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to Man Talk 133 with Charles and Daryl. I'm holding it down tonight. Oh, Daryl on vacation, y'all. You had to take him a little break. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, enjoy yourself, brother. I'll see you back next week. All right, so let's get back into it. I was talking about how women they don't just receive. They before the break they expand. Whatever you give them, they're gonna stretch it. And I was talking about the food stamps and all that, and if you get paid once a month and how all that stuff work like that, they can stretch it. Stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. You give a woman a house, she turns it into a home. You give her a child, she turns it into a human being with identity. She'll take a child that has low self-esteem. She'll take a child that has whatever kind of issues that they may be having, whether it be mental or whatever it is, and she'll turn it. She'll take it and turn them into something special. As for example, most people, when they not knocking the insignificance of dads being in the home, but if you think about it, for the most part, when somebody win a championship or do something great, who the first person to ask for? Where my mama at? I need to see my mama. Now some of them say they dad, but for the most part that I've seen, they say, hey, where my mama at? I want my mama. Can you get my mama up here with me? And that's just how it go, y'all. I ain't knocking the dads, but I'm just saying that's how it go. So a woman provides emotional intelligence and balance. Men and women are different. We know that. Women can be emotional. Some men can be emotional. But for the most part, women are the nurturers. That's what God gave them, to be nurturers. Men and women are different, and that difference is necessary. Women often bring emotional awareness, intuition, sensitivity to people and environments, basically discernment. She teach you, hey, you know what to look for when you out. If you see this happening, take off. Don't be sticking around. Just get on down the road. Don't be out there speeding, flying up and down the road. Because if you get caught, you know, they just give you these little tidbits. You know, dads, they, hey, see how fast you can get it to go. You know what I'm saying? Can you get it up to 100? I got 120. They 16 years old. I just try to do 100 miles per hour. It's different. It's just different. The balances logic. This balances logic and structure and external focus. Without balance, you can get cold leadership, broken communication, unstable relationships. When that stuff happens, that creates a dysfunction, it creates like a wave in your emotions, like a wave. You think about it, if you got broken communication and nobody want to communicate with nobody, the mama don't communicate with the dad, and dad don't care about communicate with the kids, and there's a whole lot of just nothing but just total dysfunction, and nothing comes out of that but unstable relationships. Nothing comes out of that but an unstable relationship. So, next, women influence legacy and direction. They influence legacy and direction. Behind many great men, there was a woman who encouraged them, corrected them, supported their vision. That's what makes a woman so valuable. Because even though you have went out here and messed up, but trying to do a business that she probably told you not to do, stop chasing your cousin and them. They may work for them, but it don't work for you. So you go chase them, right? And try to do stuff with like what they doing. And guess what? It don't work. But what she do, you know what she do? The wife and the mom, they'll encourage you. They'll correct, they correct, and they support. So encourage, correct, support. Not because she was behind him, but because she was impacting him. She had an impact on, say like, for example, your wife have an impact on the decisions you make. You get ready to make an ill-advised decision, then you'll think about, you know what? I don't know if I should do that. I don't think that's the thing I should do. I don't really believe I should do that, because a wife had already told me, her intuition or her discernment kicked in and said, hey, don't do it. Don't do that. Don't sound like a good deal to me. That sound like you're going to get had. Don't do it. So stuff like that, that's the thing of having a good woman behind you. Reality. The reality is a wise woman can elevate a man's life. A destructive relationship can derail it. Wise woman can elevate a man's life. Let's focus on that. And just say, like, for example, she know how to budget. You know, if your mom taught you how to budget, it can elevate your life when you get older. When you get older, you know how to budget, you know how to cook, you know how to wash, you know how to do all this stuff yourself, because she taught you. A wise woman taught you how to do all of that. Shout out to mom for, I'm giving mom a lot of shout outs tonight because she deserves them. Shout out to mom for teaching us how to cook, wash clothes, just basic things that we need to know. These things y'all gonna need to know. You need to know how to wash your own clothes, cook your own food, all of that. Pay your own bills. All right. The destructive relationship. I mean, we already know what happened with a destructive relationship. We ain't really got to get into that. Whether you having a bad relationship with your mom, we already know where that goes. Nowhere. Right. So women who are part of God's original design. Women are a part of God's original design in the Bible. Genesis 2:18. It's not good for man to be alone. That's why he created a helpmeet. He created a wife. Whoever found a wife found a good thing and obtained favor of the Lord. So you got to go. Let me fix that order for people, because this is what happens sometimes. Women go out and try to find a husband. Girl, I'm going to go out here and then try to find me a husband. That's not the order. When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing and he obtained favor from the Lord. So if you're going to find a husband, you cutting out some steps for him. He ain't going to obtain the favor for the Lord. He ain't going to have a good thing, none of that, because you cutting all that off because you want to find him. Let him find you. If you find worthy, he'll find you. Trust me, he'll find you. A woman was created as a solution, not an accessory. So when you had to have kids, right? That's a solution. So you can keep, a woman was a solution to keep multiplying and growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. Not an accessory, not like putting on a necktie or a nice watch or something. She's not an accessory. She's a solution to the problems that can help you with, she's a solution finder, helper, or whatever way you want to call that. Y'all know what I'm getting at. That means she was designed with purpose. She has a purpose. Her purpose is, her purpose is to help her kids grow, her husband grow, her brothers grow, her nephews grow, all these different things that her purpose. That's her purpose. Even helping other women. Women have purpose to help other women find their purpose. If I'm making sense to y'all. She fills a gap that men alone cannot fulfill. And that's a true statement right there, because think about this. If a man needs the nurturing, he needs love, he needs to get a certain love from his mom. He's not gonna get it from his dad. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not saying that the man can't love him, but it's gonna be a different kind of love, kind of like a tough love from the dad. You know what I mean? So it's different. It's different. Women are not less than. They are necessary for completeness. They're not less than you, even though that's the order. The order is, I said it before, God, the man, and then the woman. That does not make them less than. They are necessary for completeness. Man and a woman, they cleave together. That's completeness. If you can't cleave together because you just got one and you want to be over top of the woman all the time and be this old submissive, this old oppressive person, then you can't have full completeness. It does not work that way. You gotta be like this in order for the completeness. You gotta look at her as your equal, not your less than. Because some people do that. Some people look at women as less than. Hey, you're a woman, and that's the way I see you, less than me. And that's not the way it should be. Before we go to break, society reflects how it treats women. You can measure the health of a society by how it values its women. Gosh almighty. Whew. I ain't gonna talk about I am gonna talk about the black. I am. We're going there. We're gonna talk about the black community and how they devalue women and how they make women, they call them these words, derogatory terms, and they make them feel nothing like but a baby mama. You are nothing less than this. That's all you will ever be. in some of them in the black neighborhood. I'm just telling you some of the ones I've seen, you're this and this is what you're going to be, right? Period. So, hey, listen, I'm going to begin the break. I'll be right back after the break.
Stats tell that each day, 22 veterans commit suicide due to PTSD. These stats shook us and urged us to do our part. After hours and hours of thinking, Beekeeping for Veterans was born. Beekeeping for Veterans combines beekeeping with mindfulness meditation. Why combine them? Here's why. Beekeeping causes positive rush of adrenaline while beekeeping. You have to be calm during it. You are mindful of your movements. Each week, a veteran will receive a mindful meditation to build emotional and mental skill sets. Mindfulness is a set of 3 attentional skills that work together: concentration, sensory clarity, and equanimity, mental calmness, composure, evenness of temper. Every time mindfulness is practiced, we build these skills. Beekeeping for Veterans not only helps veterans overcome emotional trauma, but also aids our environment, as without bees, there is no food. Come forward. The people who have supported your country now need your support.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to Man Talk 133 with Shaw and Daryl. Again, as y'all should already know by now, I'm holding it down by myself today. Daryl out doing this thing. Handle that. So tonight we're talking about the value of women. The value of women. We have for a long time have devalued women down to be nothing but a housewife. That's what you're gonna be. You're gonna be in the house, and that's it. I don't need you working. I don't need you doing nothing. I don't need you starting no business. I don't need you doing nothing. I need you in the house taking care of these babies. That's what you are. You're devalued to a housewife. That's it. I don't need you to work. And some people may be fine being a housewife. I ain't got to go to work. I just got to take care of these babies, clean this house. I ain't got no problem with it. Hey, they cool with that. But y'all got purpose. You need to figure. If you haven't figured out what that purpose is, figure it out, because you have value. Women have so much value that they can bring. That so much. Before I went to the break, we were talking about what was I talking about before I went to work, y'all? Went to break. How hold on, y'all. Hold on. Wait. Oh man. Oh, okay. I got you. I finished up the last week going to different. Y'all don't worry about it. We good now. We back on track. We good. You can measure the health of society by how it values its women. Now, I was talking about the black community before we went to break. Now, they have taken the black woman and made her into a baby mama. That's basically what they have made them into, a baby mama, a nagging black woman. What's some of the other terms that they use for that? There was a lot of other terms. We just can't use them terms on here. But I'm saying to the black women, you got purpose. You just got to figure out what your purpose is, and then move forward with that. You just got to find it out. You ain't just the baby mama. You ain't just what they call you. You got value. You need to figure out what it is. Women are respected. When women are respected, families are stronger. That's a fact. That is no joke, because you think about it. Now you could take a woman and she can run the house by herself. Listen, she can run this whole thing by herself, the house by herself, and it'd be stronger than it would be if you had a man in there that ain't doing what he's supposed to do. That's a fact, no joke. I mean, my mom did it. She was a single mom. She did it. She handled business. That's a fact. Protected, equals communities, means communities are safer. This is where when women are respected, protected, and honored. When they're protected, when they're respected, families are stronger. When they're protected, communities are safer. When they are honored, children are more stable. When you honor your mom, when the kids see you honor the mom, it does something different for them too. You know, it makes them feel like, okay, well, he loved mom, so when I grow up, they got a blueprint of what they can go by. But if you're in that, I always want to fuss and go upside somebody's head, the women are not being honored, they're not being respected, and they definitely ain't being protected, because you're supposed to be as the man, the protector. All right. So when they are not, you see broken homes, confusion in identity, and emotional instability. Just like I just said, the homes will be, if the woman is not protected, respected, and honored, you're going to have broken homes, confusion in identity in the kids, because they ain't going to know what's what. They don't know emotional instability. 1 minute they happy, next minute, because they seen the dad go off, they don't know what to do. It's the confusion. They don't know. I mean, and some of them, you know, get their identities confused. You know, they start thinking, you know, that they a woman, or start thinking that they're a man when they not. You know, so the community, identities, confusion in identity can happen when the woman is not respected, protected, and honored. So if you really want to understand the value of a woman, let's look at what happens when she's missing. When the woman is missing, homes fall apart, children struggle emotionally, men lose direction. They don't know what to do, because think about it. You know, I've heard of instances where that the woman took care of everything for the man, everything, and like that, and they don't know how to take care of themselves. They lose direction. They don't know what to do. They can't fill out a check. They don't know where to go pay the bills at. They don't know how the woman did it. They just lost. And you know, the children, they struggle emotionally because, you know, they got to have that nurturing side. They can't have the dad side all the time saying, hey, you know what, suck it up, buttercup, or whatever they be saying, or, you know, shut your mouth, whatever they be saying. So y'all know what they be saying. That's not weakness, that's impact. You know what I mean? Women are not just part of life. She is one who shapes, nurtures, and sustains. Women, when you value women, you protect the future. When you value women, you protect the future. Meaning that if you value women the right way, the kids going to be raised the right way, and they're going to be more productive in society versus, you know, when men raise them, they raise them like they raised with wolves or something. You know, they kind of they raise them in the kind of way they want to. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it's supposed to be. Here goes some key scriptures to y'all. Proverbs 31 and verse 10. A virtuous woman is worth more than rubies. Genesis 2 and 18. It is not good for man to be alone. Proverbs 14 and 1. A wise woman builds her house. So, when women were created as helpmeets, partners, not subordinates. So this was going on now. As I said this before, but this is what's going on now. Women, y'all got to tone it down a little. Sometimes y'all got to tone it down just a little bit. You got to tone it down. I understand you make more money. I understand you got more degrees. I understand you're a little bit smarter. I get it. All that I get. But if you're a Christian woman and you're aligning with what the Bible says this is God first, then the man, then the woman. It's an order, a pecking order. So what's happening now is they changed the whole order, y'all. They changing the order, the whole order. God, the woman, the kids, then the man. And they wonder why things ain't flowing like they supposed to. And women wonder why they go through so much stuff, because you're taking the hits that the man is designed to take. You're not designed to be out front and taking those hits like that. That's why God did the design like he did. So, spiritual covering and emotional grounding, you gotta have all of that. If you don't have a spiritual covering, you gotta go to church somewhere. Somebody gotta be covering you spiritually, because if they don't, you will hold on 1 second, y'all. Y'all know I always get a call. Always get a call, y'all. Always get a call. So, what was I saying? You got to have a spiritual covering. Got to have a spiritual covering. Is you gotta have it. Period. You got to have emotional grounding. God didn't create women as an afterthought. He created them again as a solution to help men. Men, y'all got to understand, y'all got to let the women help y'all. I understand y'all know stuff, but they know stuff too. God has given them a certain type of wisdom. When the Bible talks about wisdom, I think it's in Proverbs, it always referred to wisdom as her. It always says her. It don't say him, it say her. So he's giving her something. Y'all just gotta, y'all gotta let them lead, but give you guidance. Let me say it that way. I'm gonna leave it like that. Now, the psychological impact of women, this mother's shape identity. I said this. First emotional connection comes from a woman. I said this. Lack of nurturing, insecurity, anger, and confusion. Y'all got to understand, because I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to close this thing out. Y'all got to understand, women, young women. Y'all got to understand what y'all value is. You can't allow Joe Blow the Smo to come in and just feed you a bunch of lies because you don't know what your value is. Because once you give up the goods, you're devalued. It's just like driving a car off the lot. When you drive the car off the lot, on the lot is worth $50,000. Once you drive off the lot, it dropped about 42,000, 43,000, right? Whatever it drops to. It ain't worth what it was when it was new. That's the same thing with a woman. You gotta know what your value is. Older women too. Know what your value is. Know what you bring to the table. Understand that you're worth more than what they're saying you are. So before we get out of here again, check out all our platforms. I thank everybody for joining the show tonight. I really do appreciate it. Daryl will be back next week. Y'all pray safe travels for him and his family as they travel back to where they're coming from. But y'all check out all our platforms, our social media, Instagram, Man Talk 133, mantalk133.com, us talking on Facebook, Spotify, Man Talk 133, iHeartRadio, Man Talk 133. Y'all check us out. Check out our platform. Support us on every platform y'all can support us on. And listen, next time, y'all be joining Man Talk 133 with Charles and Daryl, and we'll be back at it next week, y'all. We gone. Peace.
Life is like a duck. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Here at Military Broadcast Radio, we're teaming up with our friends at Die Tired, the veteran-friendly music band spreading strength, resilience, and mental health awareness one shirt at a time.
And check this out. Their brand new shirts feature broadcast beaker right on the breast pocket. A reminder that you can weather the storm, and you're never alone.
Shirts are only $25, and proceeds support giving veterans a voice. MBR's mission to teach veterans how to podcast and videocast. Because when our vets are talking, they're not overthinking. They're not second-guessing. Together, we stop the 22 stigma. Grab your shirt today at mbradio.us and hit the shop. Or go directly to toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband. That's toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband.
Suit up, stand strong.
Remember, we're unduckable together.
You're built tougher than the storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.